They all funny though. What up, y'all? It's Smooth Miss Uncut. Join me on YouTube at Miss Uncut MMCC. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you put a comment down below. I will be checking them and shit like that. And make sure you follow me on this app. All right. Yeah. They make my day with their racist stuff. I just laugh loud. Nah, they are funny. They say some really fucked up shit. Like for me, for example, right? I'm from Queensbridge. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm from Queensbridge in New York City. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't know, that's a big ass housing project. I wasn't born and raised in Southside. You know what I'm saying, where everybody might have thought that I was raised in Southside because they actually thought I was some type of impersonator, right? And that's my real name right there. You know, that's my name right there. That's my real name right there. And for what everybody actually thought, you know, they thought that I was brought up in like Southside or something like that. No, I was brought up in QB. I was brought up in Queensbridge. And everybody just thought that, you know, like I pretty much was going to be some type of singer or rapper or something like that and become that. They thought I was like for what was put out there. And I got to say this on my live every time so people don't get it fucked up. I know people wonder, like, when they, you know, they enter my page or they enter my they enter my room and shit like that on my channel. They're like, oh, well, she says it all the time. I have to. It's to protect my identity. And pretty much it got me into a lot of shit for something that I didn't know about. You know, like, it was a real problem. So anytime, like, for example, anytime that Nicki Minaj and Cardi B will go at it, I would be put into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would get the attacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like, I didn't know where it was coming from. You know what I'm saying? And cause like, you know, like people like, oh no, like, oh, I'm a Cardi B fan. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third, whatever. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck that got to do with me? And people really thought that I was like some type of barb, or I'm a fucking impersonator, or I'm a fucking lookalike. So this is the reason why I mention it, and I have to say this in the beginning of my live, that I'm not an impersonator at all of any celebrity. I'm not a lookalike or anything like that. So I meant to actually add that shit on. So I'm originally from Queensbridge. I moved away with my parents from Queensbridge and we moved to Astoria. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not originally from Southside, anything like that. I do have a little sister. I have a little brother. You know what I'm saying? And my son is in his 20s and shit like that. And after my father died, I moved to St. Albans. I never moved to South Ozone Park by myself. I always went to my aunt's house that lived over there and shit like that when I was little, and my cousin lived out there and shit like that. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, my little boy cousin, I'm not going to say his name, but, you know, I had a guy cousin. Matter of fact, like two guy cousins that lived, well, three guy cousins that actually lived out there, and I used to go visit them when I was a kid, because, you know what I'm saying, like, we used to have sleepovers and shit like that, or what have you. So I figured that I need to mention that too, so you see where I'm coming from. So am I originally from Southside? No, I'm not. I'm originally from QB. All right. So I had to get that out the way. Going back to what Maxman was saying, Maxman is absolutely right. Like racist people are funny as fuck. They say fucked up shit. They say fucked up shit just like anybody else. Let me tell y'all, I've dated. The crazy thing about it is I haven't really noticed, like, when it come down to guys, you know what I'm saying, that I didn't think that they were super racist until it actually came out. Most of the ex-boyfriends that I actually dated, they were super, you know what I'm saying, like, they was racist. They was super racist. And I was just like that, but most of them have been locked up too at the same time. So I gotta give them that. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, you know what I'm saying, like, that's just what it is. Shit happens. Shit fucking happens, y'all. You be trying to figure out like with like, you know, like I didn't know that I attract racist guys to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know that was an actual thing. But come to find out, yeah, you could attract racist motherfuckers to you. And I feel like, I mean, I know everybody have some type of racism in them and shit like that. I get that. But to understand that most of the fucking time, I feel like most of the time, like you really want to know how racist a motherfucker is. And you know what I'm saying? Like how many times they are willing to actually mention certain things, I guess. Or say, you know what I'm saying? Like say certain things. It's just like, you know, like, oh, I had a bad life, this, that, and the third. And like, I understand because they have. I cannot even say that they haven't had a bad life. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't there. Could never say that. But shit is wow. What the fuck is happening? Yeah. I can say that the most racist, funniest motherfucker that I ever went out with, he wasn't my boyfriend. He was he was just a lover. You know what I'm saying? Like we would get together and we would do our thing, but we would go out too at the same time. And like, I think most people don't realize what a, you know what I'm saying? Like what a lover is and shit like that. That don't mean that person is your boyfriend or girlfriend, but that's somebody that you fuck with on a level where you both understand that, you know what I'm saying? Like you call each other's lover and shit like that. Without saying, yeah, no, that's my boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, right? So the whole entire time, like I know that, you know, this guy that I was dealing with, and for what I was just saying, you know, mentioning the fact that, you know, like you don't really have to be boyfriend and girlfriend if you're not feeling it at that time, but y'all both cool with each other and you have like, you know, casual sex and stuff. And it was fine for me. That shit, it was definitely fine for me. It was, you know, like I had no problems with that shit or what have you. You just got to know where you actually stand with a person, and even though they might want to push a little bit more. Now, mind you, at the same time, not knowing that, you know, like this guy was in a whole different type of relationship too at the same time, and I fucking, like, I didn't know how deep his relationship goes, because for what it sounded like, he was, you know, like how, you know how people, male or female, they just be like, yeah, well, you know, I'm, you know, like I'm in a relationship, but I'm about to end that shit because I'm really not feeling it. I'm not feeling my fucking partner no more. So I'm definitely looking for a new one, whatever. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to get rid of this motherfucker. This, like, and I'm not really expecting that shit because it really wasn't my business, because I really didn't give a fuck. I just wanted what I wanted out of the relationship, and he knew that. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I didn't look at him that way too. At the same time, I was like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, you cool. And I told him that. But I'm not looking for something deeper than what, you know, like that would be dumb. In my position that I was in at that time, like I didn't want anything more deeper because that's not what I was ready for. My life wasn't calling for that shit, because I'm like, at that time I was really dealing with something deep, and it's something that I'm dealing with right now still to this fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Because like I had to find out everything that I need to find out, and he didn't understand the reason why that I didn't want to go about, that I didn't want to push it a little bit further, because I was going through shit. So I needed something therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? Like, And for some people, you know what I'm saying, like sex is a therapeutic thing, right? You have people got their vices and their mechanisms and shit like that, and I already chose mine. So, you know what I'm saying, I found sex to be very therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my shit. So my whole thing was I pretty much let him know, like, yo, listen, I'm going through a lot of shit, but I'm not gonna be able, like, because you have whatever you got going on, I'm not trying to interfere with that, nor am I trying to take you from anyone anyway. And on top of that, I would sit up there and I would tell him, I say, yo, listen, like, maybe, you know, you need to go with your girl, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have talks with him about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, I don't really, you know what I'm saying, want to deal with somebody that got a girlfriend, but at the same time, not even, like, you know what I'm saying? They not even claiming them. So it's like, you got to kind of question, like, what type of relationship do you guys have? Like, are y'all together or not? I don't want to be in the mix of that shit. I don't want to be in the between of that shit in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be left the fuck, I don't want to be left the fuck out of that shit. I don't want nothing to do with that shit. For real, like, I ain't like that. No, that's too much for me, especially with the things that I was dealing with too at the same time, and I already know what the fuck I wanted.
Right.
You alright?
Nah, because I'm watching this damn video with this damn cop. Stomp this guy's head. With the damn...
Yeah. So that's my son, y'all. He in the back. So the crazy thing about that is,
attempted murder, but my ass get charged with it, right? And then drop down to a song second.
what? Well, you can't eat this like this. That's crazy. So I knew what I wanted. He knew that too. He thought I would change my mind, and I didn't. He got mad. I had to break it off eventually, because now I'm feeling like the third wheel. I don't like feeling like the third wheel, because number one, I didn't want to be a wheel. Only thing I wanted to be, I was there to satisfy. I was being selfish, and now I'm satisfying my need, which actually made me happy. I was okay with that shit. But what I wasn't okay with was just knowing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, just knowing the fact that I was with him, and I'm like, damn, you know, I can't carry on with this shit, because he even finished his fucking relationship out. So what the fuck? Like, where does that fucking leave me? Because regardless of the fact, I knew I didn't want a relationship, but still at the same time, I knew what I wanted casually. I couldn't have him casually to myself. So if I can even have him casually to myself, what makes you think I can have him in a relationship? So I had to cut that shit off. I had to cut that shit off. And then on top of that, it was a lot of shit in between too. Like I said, that whole Black Tiger situation, and him getting whoever I'm in contact with, he started acting funny too. He started acting funny too around me and shit like that, and started acting like, you know, like somebody that I previously dated. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, why every guy that I meet and they act the same? So it was that. So like, I had to figure this shit out. Come to find out, okay, it was a black type, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a setup. Make sure y'all join me on YouTube at Miss Uncut MMCC. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe my videos. Share your comments below. Make sure you follow me on this too also. Hold up.